Good morning. Welcome back to the homestead. Glad you could make it. Well, we took yesterday off to go be with our granddaughter for Grandparents' Day. Got all the way to her school, which is about 2 hours from here. And we were informed that we're a week early. There you go. I guess it's that being semi-retired thing that just you don't pay attention to calendars very well or you don't listen. I don't know. But we picked her up anyway, took her out to lunch, and dropped her off, went and saw our daughter for a little bit, visited with her, and then came home. But by then it was late, so we didn't get anything done yesterday. Today, I want to see if I can move some dirt. Unfortunately, my little tractor's still down, so this is going to be a manual labor job. Hopefully it didn't dry out too much yesterday, but it's really kind of windy today and warm, so I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'll go grab my gloves, my tools, and we'll get on it. Okay, going to move to a different part of the yard. A little bit different priorities here. So behind me, you can see where we drug off, or neighbor drug off a bunch of dirt. And so there's some big high piles that don't really belong. So I'm going to just not even use a shovel probably for the first part. Just pick up the big dirt clods, throw them in the wheelbarrow, and take them over to a low spot and dump them. We'll worry about breaking them up and that kind of stuff in a little while. But for now, I need to get as much dirt out of the areas that it doesn't belong as possible. It is supposed to rain. We'll be gone to see my daughter, the one in Washington, next week. We'll be gone for a week. So, and it's supposed to rain during that time. So we need to get as much of that stuff that doesn't belong out of there before the rain. Because if it rains while it's sitting there, it's going to turn to yuck and it's going to mold into the ground, big lumps, and that's going to be a problem. So I'll grab my gloves, wheelbarrow, we'll go over there and pick up dirt clods and move them. Rehome dirt clods. You ever heard of that? It's a new thing. So you probably just saw how that wheelbarrow went off to the right like that, and I didn't fight it. I let it go. Reason I let it go was a lot of years ago, I had back around 2000, 2005, I had a big dual sport motorcycle, KLR 650. It's a heavy, heavy motorcycle and very tall. And I went to push start it one day because I'd left the key in the park position, which left the lights on. I was in church, told my wife, I said, hey, I'm going to blow off Bible study after church and I'm going to run up to the mountains and check on our boat and play around a little bit. She said, okay. So after church, I went outside the parking lot, and it wasn't a beautiful day, that's for sure, but I had jeans and cowboy boots and leather jacket and all that. I went to go start the bike, and it wouldn't start. It was dead. That particular motorcycle doesn't have a kickstart. I don't think you could kickstart it even if it did. Such a high compression motor. But I thought, well, I'm going to push start it. So took off my helmet, my gloves, and turned the key on, and got it running down this little road in between two parking lots. And I jumped on it to get my weight on that rear tire so it wouldn't just lock up. Well, when I went to jump on it, the toe of my boot clipped the shifter and stuck it in first gear. The plan, of course, was to start it in second or third. And it locked up the rear tire with me sitting on it, kind of side saddle and not all the way on it. And it started going down. I jumped off to the right side, grabbed hold of the handlebar, kept hold of the handlebar with my right hand, and I tried to stop the motorcycle from hitting the ground. Needless to say, it didn't go well. I ended up headfirst into a dumpster. On the ground, I got up and I had dislocated my right shoulder rather severely. I dislocated it posterior to the back. And I grabbed on it and my arm, and after I got up and got my senses and figured out what was going on and yanked on it once or twice, and it popped back in the socket. And I thought, well, okay, that's a good thing. Well, let me tell you, shock and adrenaline does a lot of stuff for you. Like masks the pain and give you a little extra strength and that kind of thing. Long story short, I ended up having a surgery. It was the third surgery on that shoulder. And doc said, don't do it again. We aren't very good at fixing shoulders, and if you do anything to it again, you're going to need a new one, and we just aren't good at it yet. Now, granted, this was early 2000s. Maybe they're better at it now. I don't know. But when something runs away from me now, I have learned a vital lesson. Let it go. You can always clean up after it later. Same with the motorcycle. It hit the ground anyway. Cleaned up after it later. So that's why I just let it go. Just one of those things. Back to moving dirt. All right. Well, I've moved quite a bit of dirt. I'm going to go get the little lawn tractor. I can't get my tractor because it's down. I just ordered the part for it. And boy, those parts for those little tractors are not cheap. But it's not going to be here before we leave. So I wish it was, because I could move dirt a lot easier and a lot faster with that than I can with a shovel. Anyway, it's not. So wah, no crying on my part. But I'm going to grab the little lawn tractor and drive over some of the dirt I've moved, see if I can compress it down a little bit and see where that stands before I move on. I'm going to have to go get my little portable air compressor and see if I can air it up. It's flat and it's even off the bead on the outside on the other side, so I'll be right back. So my little portable one, the battery was dead, so I had to bring the bigger, not so portable one. It's probably just as well. We'll have to see about getting this sealed up. I don't want to take this wheel off. I'm going to go get a board, see if I can lift it up, prop it up. Needs to go a little higher. Well, I knew the little tractor wasn't very heavy, even with me on it, but I figured it'd be better than nothing. And it did kind of compact it down a tiny bit, but it's too low to the ground. I need something with more weight. Maybe my truck, maybe the other tractor when we get it back here. I don't know. Anyway, not too disappointed. Drove it around with the tire slime in it. Hopefully that'll take care of the leak. Got it parked now. I'm going to move on to more dirt, I guess, because we've got lots of dirt now. Okay, well, I'm tired of rocks. I'm tired of dirt. Tired of moving it. So I'm going to call it quits. Sure appreciate you watching, though. We'll see you next time on the homestead. God bless you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, leave us a comment. Bye now.